Evening, my darlings. Welcome along. It's Valentine's night. Share the love. Share the love for the bikes. No, forget the women. They can wait. It's only one night a year. And it's only one Friday a week anyway. So let's crack on. Let's see who is here. Todgy's here. Evening, Nige. Julie's here. GB Patriot Subaru. And we got Stuart in with the XDV as well. Dark Side Bikers joined us as well. Evening, Dark Side. Good to see everybody here. And for those of you that are single, welcome along. It's a Friday night. And Shane's here's an X9R. Good to see you, buddy. Preferred weapon of choice. I've got to do a quick mention. It is Andy GSA Tractor's birthday today, and it's also Valentine's night. So Andy's getting double helpings tonight. So I very much doubt if Andy GSA is going to be in the side stream tonight. So he's probably all loved up out with Michelle. But I've got a beer. Look at the size of that thing. Good old German beer. So, yeah, I'm 3/4 of the way through it as well. So anything could happen in the next half hour. Just to remind everybody, down the bottom, we're live on YouTube. Over 18s, it's not for children. Adult jokes, C-bombs, F-bombs may occur during the entire show. If it's not for you, click off. And if you don't like it, then you'll get told to off in about half an hour. So, yeah, happy 5-star birthday, Andy GSA. He'll probably watch this back. Hello, says Nige. So we're all there. Slow Rider's here. Stu's here as well. Evening, Slow. Good to see you, mate. Right. On the subject of bikes, and that is what we're all here for on a Friday night. AJS are launching 2 new bikes. I can't tell you what they are at the moment, but let's just say one of them is very similar to Stuart's, and that's all I am going to say. And it looks pretty darn good, and it's the same price as Stuart's bike as well, but it's made by AJS. It's a standard bike, and it's just branded with AJS on it, but it does look very, very good. We've got 2 on order. We've also got another 2 scooters coming from AJS, but I can't say what they are. I had a little message from WK this week. Oh, we've had someone mail in about putting your video. So, yeah, my Scrambler video, part 2, Gen 2, may be going up on their website in the next couple of weeks. So, yeah, a little email from someone and a message via their Facebook helped out. So that lucky person knows who they are. Thank you very much. I wasn't expecting it, but I don't do it to put it on websites. I do it just for the fact. He said, yeah, it was me. It was you, mate. Yeah, it was. Evening, Chris. Yeah, they messaged me and said, oh, we're going to get the video up. Their social media skills are not all that. WK aren't very up on the ball, whereas I am. I tend to be bashing stuff out there, and I just do the test rides because I want people to see how good the bikes are. So, and obviously, if a bike isn't as good as I think it is, it's going to get elbowed out by me. Stu said, Rev, I will need to get a service. Get it into me, mate. Not a problem. We did Stuart's XDV. We wired in his DRLs for him. So he's now got DRLs that come on with the main beam. Why Lexmoto don't fit them as standard, and then you realise you've got to take the whole side of the bike off. You've got to put a whole wiring loom in. You've got to make up a wiring loom. You've got to run it up the back of the bike. You've got to go into the ignition live. We had a nightmare wiring it in. And you've got to go in on the 20 amp ignition live, even though they're LED. But we did it. 3 hours later, Stuart's got DRLs on the bike. And I did notice he'd broken one of the plastic clips, so we put a new plastic clip on it. Jules said, cheers for the heads up on the WK's. Cracking bike. It is a damn good bike. Got a service booked on Tuesday. Could you bring the stuff I want to the garage and I'll pick it up? It's actually in the top box of my Explorer. So if you're up Gasoline Juice this weekend, mate, come and grab it off of me, or come and see me on Tuesday. So I've got your hat and your bits and pieces. So I'm bound to have a few more bits and pieces as well. So yeah, I've got loads of bits. Stuart XDV, they're amazing. So much brighter, brilliant. Oh look, birthday boy's in the building. He's obviously had his 5 minutes of fun on his birthday and had a little bit of fun. Evening, Andy. It's fun. I didn't expect Andy to be here on Valentine's night. I thought he'd be off having fun with the wife. Vince did message in. He said, sorry, Rev, I can't make the live stream, mate. I've been promised something else elsewhere, and it's more important than your live stream. But yeah, you're welcome, Vince. Have fun, mate. I shall see Mrs. B, she's in there playing bingo at the moment. But I have said to her, I said, I ain't taking you out for Valentine's night. I said, what I'll do is we're going to go out Sunday, because what a rip-off Valentine's is. They charge you twice as much money for go to a restaurant or go out for a meal. They charge you massively for flowers, and then double the prices of everything. And then you got to buy it, and then you throw your card and your flowers in the bin after a week. So I said to her, that's, fair enough. We'll go out Sunday. We'll have a little meal on Sunday. So Andy's up early for work. That's not my... Oh, it's not. Oh, it's Happy Valentine's. Oh, that's what it was then. Happy Valentine's. I thought it was Andy's birthday. Oh, someone mentioned to me, said, oh, do you realise it's Andy GSA's birthday? I went, well, it's Valentine's night. No, it's his birthday as well. I was like, really? I thought it was October time, but oh. And here's me saying happy birthday, Andy GSA Tractor. Oh, well, I take that back then. Next month. Next month. Oh, there we go. Oh, so he's going to want 2 presents then. I'll give you an RB hat, mate. I gave my wife a full English breakfast in bed for Valentine's Day. She got a bit emotional when she realised I wanted to get up and cook it. Love it. Oh, March the 20th. All right, nice one. Oh, brilliant. All donations welcome. Yeah. So Dave A70 is in the room. I've still got loads of bits in the back of my Tiger, so if you did win something on the show, most of it's been mailed out now. I've got a few bits and pieces in boxes down there that just need to go to the post office in the morning, but the rest of it, for all the local boys, is in the top box of my Tiger. We don't celebrate. I love her every day. That's the way to do it, Chris. Right, I'm going to have a swig. Andy, check that out for a beer glass, mate. That is a proper... good old German beer glass. Bloody hell. It's like you have to have 2 hands to drink the poxy thing. Christ. Now you know why the Germans have got bad wrists. Let's have a look. How's the back rev? Is it getting any better at all? No, it's not, mate. I've got a doctor's appointment for Monday morning. I've had it now for just over a week. I am ibuprofen up. And he's got 2 of them. I'm all ibuprofened up, and Peaky's in as well. Up my flickers. I can say that now because it's half. We've had our 10 minutes of time on the show. So I'm all ibuprofened up, sinking ibuprofens left, right, and centre. Hence why I've got to take it easy on the beer. And if I stand up slightly, there you go. Oh, by the way, I wear a different shirt every week now. So last week we had Peaky Biker's shirt on. This week we've got Kazumoto's on, so we're wearing Kazumoto's. Next week, I might wear Rhythmic Bikers, but he's all loved up with Sarah at the moment, and he's put a video up where he proposes, bless him. Anyway, I've got one of these on, so it's like a girdle, but it's got loads of metal rods down the back that is holding my spine together at the moment. So, yes, not doing well with the back at the moment, but I will be out riding Sunday because nothing's going to stop me. Just got this body brace on because I just can't bend over at the moment. Ducati's just said, anyone going to MCN Live? I don't really do MCN Live. It's not all that really, is it? The big one in Birmingham's good. But the thing is, you can see more of it if you go and do ABR or go and do Wildbag, because they've normally got the stands there as well. Oh, there we go. Lily's here as well. How do. Evening, Lily. Subaru's just said, I know, go out and get you 3 lots of 2 per person. Yeah. I literally bought about 8 packets, so I'm sinking them every 4 hours at the moment. I watched Peaky, watched something, watching his bike. Oh, yes, Peaky's had his bike valeted. Very, very good as well. Obviously, everybody's got their own different valeters. I use Valentino Glossy. Sam's out this Tuesday to do mine, so hopefully that'll be all nice and sparkly for next week because it's minging at the moment. It's covered in mud and dirt because I've been trail riding this week. I buy a dog and bark yourself. Borrow a corset, Rev. That will sort your back out. Yeah, and I could probably have a night down at Pink Punters wearing it as well. Beyond had a crappy cold flu where it's supposed to pick up sprint today, but it's not around that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're still waiting on the sprint. I used to. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, he used to hang it. Oh God. You can tell you lot have started, can't you? There is absolutely nothing to go into the parish news this week, as some put it. The only thing, because obviously Peaky was talking about the F900 on his stream on Wednesday, and off the back of that, and I reckon Motorcycle News are logging on to certain motovlog channels to see what the boys are talking about, and then obviously bash it out on Motorcycle News. Obviously, I've been saying about the Tiger. They've had the Tiger 12 out. They've had the Tiger 8. They've now got a Tiger 900 that comes out. But the Tiger 9 is really, really nice looking. I've seen it already. But there's also the BMW F900. And obviously, Peaky was talking about that on Wednesday. And Motorcycle News, believe it or not, have actually put the BMW F900 up against the Tiger 900. The only thing was they said the Tiger 900's obviously got the triple plane engine, but the BMW came out overall tops, and they're both 14, I think about 14 and a half to 15 grand. So they're really nice bikes. But the BMW ranked better for seating position for the passenger. It worked out better on the engine, the comfort, the ride, all the little extras that you get on the BMW. And BMW will, because BMW is a premium machine. You know, they've had years of knocking it out, but they said, you know, the Tiger did come a very close second. But for the similar money, everyone was saying go for the BMW. Personally, I like both the bikes. But, you know, it depends on what your preference of bikes is. Bashing it out on MC, whatever works for you, I suppose. Oh, excellent. Yeah. Oh, that was another one. Obviously, the 450, and that's going to appeal to obviously the young guys that can't afford the big 1250s and the 900s that just want to try adventure riding. And the 450 comes right into that budget where you can go out and get yourself the GS 450. So, state of the roads in Northampton, I need an adventure bike. Go to Lidl's. Refuse to be handy. I tell you what, they were saying. Obviously, that was another thing they were going on about the state of the roads on MCN and how much money should bikers stop paying road tax, or should bikers start having a go, because obviously 2 wheels. You hit a pothole in 2 wheels, you're in trouble. You do it in a car, you're going to end up with a broken coil spring or a drop link or something. But they were talking about how much money needs to go back into roads, and yeah, exactly. You know, even Stuart said roads in Northampton. Yeah, you're not wrong. Absolutely awful. They are atrocious. And then someone did something about night driving. How many lights should you have on the front of your bike to see down the road, or is it just you know, how many lights is too many lights? And if you look at Andy's one, I think he's got about 6 Denali's on the front of that. But he had his done at a bike thing, who'd done a really, really good job. And obviously we mentioned Phil from My Motor, who does all that as well. So no worries. Just got back into biking after 10 years off, living back in them, scanning around different channels possible, right? And you're based in Bletchley. Yes, we are. We are doing a ride this Sunday. So 9 o'clock. All you got to do is put into your map Eclipse Motorcycles. We're right in Fenny Stratford in Bletchley. We meet at the garage 9 o'clock. We head out for about 9:30. We used to do super sausage, but now we do gasoline juice, because gasoline juice is just a little bit more upmarket. And it's really good fun at gasoline juice. Plus, you get all the posh people up there as well. 2 Wheel Motos in the room. How you doing, buddy? Duncan's in. German Jobbies. Evening, Dunk. Good to see you, mate. You like that cake? Hello, kids. Yeah, we don't do that. I'm getting close to the baldness, but it's not there yet, mate. It's not there yet. We need a few more bald people in the room, actually. I'm going to put the link up. So if anybody wants to come and jump in on the camera, you're very welcome to do so. So StreamYard link is there. Come and jump in on the channel. You're very welcome to do so. Nigel, if you want to come and jump in on, you're very welcome. I believe Jamie is working tonight, so I think Jamie's not going to be on the channel tonight. And obviously Andy's heading off soon. I'm heading for MCN this Sunday. Watch out for your meetups. Right. So what we do 1 week on, 1 week off. So this week we're riding. Next week I'm out with Mrs. B. The following week, which is going to be, let me work this out. So riding this weekend, 15th. We're off the 22nd. We are out on the 1st. And then it changes up slightly because I've got 2 weekends back to back. So Sunday the 2nd, we will be out. But then the following Sunday, we're doing just a short run. And that is because Emma's Cafe at Woburn Triumph is back open on the 9th of March. And she said, I'm opening the cafe on the Sunday. You can come down and have a little bit of fun. So we shall be going down for that one as well. Won't be riding out this Sunday. My rear caliper decided to cease during the week. Just Katie. Oh, that's all right, mate. No, but whenever you're ready. Michael won't be coming out either with the Maverick because he came in. We done his clutch lever because some little oik decided to pull his mirror off and broke the top of the mirror mount and the clutch lever. So we changed his clutch lever. He said, "Oh, can you just do me chain tension for me?" Had a quick look round the bike and I said to him, you notice the front of your bike is grinding slightly? Well, only a little bit. Yeah, you've got no pads. His pads are down to bare metal and he's burnt the disc up. It's scored to buggery. So he won't be riding until we get the pads. But obviously WK front pads are out of stock. We don't get them until the 28th. So he may be off the road for a little while. Angie's in the room. Evening, Ange. Good to see you. So what we're going to probably do is, because my back is caning like a bug, we might have a short show tonight because it's not doing me much fun sat in this chair at the moment. WK sat, they do. We've had a Colt, which is the 50, and the customer had it, I think, about 3 months, ragged the hell out of it, and obviously popped the engine, came in under warranty. And WK, well, we haven't got a Euro 5 engine to give you, but we've got a Euro 4 one. So they sent us the Euro 4, fits in a Euro 5 bike. We just got to change the magneto, done it all up. We've got fuel, we've got air, we've got spark, nothing. Can't get that bike to run. The timing is absolutely spot on. The bike will just not fire up. We've tried new ECU, we've checked side stand. Phil, me, everybody's looked at the bike and it won't run. And WK are basically, we don't want to know. So they've basically left it to us to try and figure out how to get the bike running. And they then decided to charge us all for the engine and everything. So, and it should be under warranty. So, crap. Saw a Triumph Daytona 1700 miles. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't touch Superbike Factory with a barge pole, mate. I would go private. Oh, someone's jumped down on the camera there. Oh, he's sideways on. I don't know what he's done there. He's
neither do I. I've lost it. Hang on.
That's all right. You sort it all out, and then while you're doing that, Sandra just said to me, obviously, Superbike Factory. I would steer clear. If you've seen the videos of the Honda 600 we had, one of our locals, and he lives literally a mile from me in the next village over, Great Brickhill. We're in Little, he's in Great Brickhill, Dave. And Dave basically phoned out. He said, I've got this bike, Superbike Factory. I've had it 3 weeks. It keeps cutting out and misfiring on a cylinder. I'll take it back. Well, they won't. They told us you've got to take it to a garage because Superbike Factory don't do repairs there. You've got to go to a garage and have it done under warranty. So I said, well, we don't do warranty work for them. You're going to have to pay for it, claim your money back from them. Came in. We stripped it all off, had all the panels all off of it. There he is. He's back. All right, let me just get rid of the other one. Let me kick that one out. Let me just kick that. There we go. Kick Dave off that camera. There we go. And bring him in on that one. So we got the bike in, panels off. First thing we done, popped the fuel out of it, tank off, got into the cylinders, checked all the spark plugs. Spark plugs are minging, changed all the spark plugs up. Before we did that, we did some compression testing. So should be around about 75 to 100 PSI on a cylinder. So 1 and 2, 75 PSI. We got cylinder 3 and got 50 PSI and the other one was 70. So cylinder 3, we're like, okay. Bit of oil down the bore, got it back up to 75, put the plugs in, it runs sweet as a nut. Gave it a rev, and I went, this sounds a bit weird. It sounds very swooshy. Let's change the engine oil. And we'd already looked in the window, and the window was full. So let's do an oil change on it. Phoned the customer, said, look, I'm going to do an oil and filter change. We're going to give it a flush out. Your oil in your window looks mingingly black. So we dropped all the oil out of it and 4 litre bucket, thinking the bike's got 4.25. We pulled 4 litres out and it filled it to the top, and there's oil still coming out. Put the plug back in, another oil container, 4 litres. We pulled 6.5 litres out of this bike. And I'm thinking, okay, fair enough. It's massively overfilled. Could have hydrolocked the bike. Refilled it back up with the new oil. And he's back again. There he is. Right, there we go. Got him there. So let's change cameras up. Right, so drop the oil out, refilled it, and we put Motul 71, the red stuff in. Should be 3.75 litres, so just under 4 litres in this bike. Put it in. We gave it a rev, ring, ting, and it's ting, 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 ting. I'm like, that's bloody wrong. Revved it, and it sounded like someone had dropped a bag of spanners in the engine. Okay, needs to go back to Superbike factory, reject it. All right. In the end, he takes it back. They sent it away, and I said to him, "It sounds like the cam time sensor has gone." So he did it all. It went away, and they found it was cam chain tensioner, new cam chain in it. They spent about 9 hours, and it cost Superbike factory an arm and a leg. But once I sent them the video, and they said, "Oh no, it wasn't overfull." Well, yeah, it was. The reason you put extra oil in a bike is to quieten the cam chain down, because if you've got the standard oil, it's circulating just enough to leave you an air gap. If you overfill it, you've got no room for air to get round. It's just permanently, you've got oil everywhere, which is going to quieten the bike down. And that's exactly what Superbike factory had done. Banged a load of oil in it to quieten the bike down. So hence your story. Would I buy anything from Superbike factory? Absolutely not. Social sellers, when anything, you always hear more horror stories than good stories. Yeah. One good thing. Heard plenty. Superbike factory are basically, they buy bikes from companies. We buy any bike or dealer bikes. They'll get all the bikes in. All they're going to do is give them a quick once over, check the chain, polish them up, put them on the shop floor. They're not going to do. They're not up to the speed to do that many oil changes when they're buying 50, 60 bikes a day and putting them through all their showrooms. So they're literally buying a bike, jet wash, clean it, polish it up, put it on the showroom floor. There's the pack from the owner, and bang probably £1,000 on the top of what they've bought it from someone. And that's what
I got to be honest. I think you're better off buying from bloody Facebook Marketplace and Superbike.
Facebook Marketplace, yeah.
You know, at least you can suss the seller out and have a chat with them and everything like that, rather than you just take your chance. You're really relying on any service history that you've got, because you're not even allowed to start the bike or let alone take it out. So, and once you've got it in your own hands and you've got the keys to it, then it's buyer beware, really, with Superbike factory. Exactly that, yeah.
Somebody said, was it low mileage? Believe it or not, the one that came in, the CBR 600, and it was a 600RR, it had done, I think, just short of 6,500 miles, but you could tell it had been tracked by the wear on the tyres. It had been chucked around a bit. So, yeah, they definitely not the best at selling it. The thing is, what they do very well. They're high volume and they turn bikes round 10 a penny. But obviously, once a customer has a problem, it's like, take it to your nearest dealer, because they know they've got that £1,000 margin to play with. If it costs them £300 for the repairs, they're still making £700 out of each bike. And if you're turning around 100 bikes a day, that is a big markup. Absolutely big markup. You won't catch him on the 390. Baden way. Oh, bloody hell. Mine's 45 days with no alcohol. I couldn't handle that, mate. Just well, leave it all together now, save a fortune. I tell you what, I can't survive a night without a little bit of alcohol. But yeah, that's the way it goes. So, yeah, Sunday we are doing gasoline juice. Meet at the garage, 9 o'clock, out for 9:30. There is 2 things coming next week on the stream. We have another giveaway. These are good. So much so, they sent me a second one free of charge. So if you can see that, Brian's been banging on about these. Bluetooth remote controller, works with the Osmo 4, and it gives you all the your GPS, your elevation, your lean angles. So, hey, giveaway Friday. So that'll be on the giveaway Friday. I could put that on eBay and make a bloody fortune, but it'll be on the giveaway Friday. So if anybody wants one of them, giveaway Friday, not next week, but the following week. So it'll be end of the month for the giveaway Friday, which will be the 28th. So, yeah, keep your eye out for that. And I've got loads of bits coming as well. I've got another 2 toolboxes going. People keep sending me toolboxes. I think you had one, didn't you, Dave?
Oh, you've got tools waiting for me.
Oh, that's it. They're in my bike. Yeah, I've got toolbox. That's it. I've got toolbox in my bike. Yeah, that's right. I keep getting people keep sending me toolboxes, and I'm like, oh bloody hell! All right. Well, you can use it on your bike. I've already got a full Triumph toolkit on mine now. So the guys at Triumph gave me a little toolkit. So thank you very much, Triumph. How much you got? I'll chuck the butler in free. Remind me, I'll show you how it works. So it overlays. Oh, cheers, Brian. I'll have to. I'll sort you one out, mate. I've got low. They're not the best in the world. It's basic screwdriver set, little socket sets, spanners. But it's not a bad little toolkit. What they send now, and I think they retail for about $19.99. But people keep sending me these bloody toolboxes. We had a lad come in this week, and he bought the ZSB off of us. But he's obviously been in the showroom, and he was looking at. Obviously, he needed a crash helmet. I said, "So we've got these. These are the full face." Then he saw the adventure helmets, and I said to him, "I said." The Viper stuff is good. Tried on the first one, didn't like it. They had the black and green one there, and obviously he's got a light blue bike. And I said to him, "That black one looks." Tried it on. I'll take that. He said, "What's that? A couple of £100?" I said, "No, these Viper helmet, £109.99 for these Viper helmets." And he was like, "I'll have that." And it's basically the same as the LS2. It's got a drop down visor. It's got sun visor inside. It's got double D ring on it. But it's very, very comfortable, and he absolutely loves it. So, yeah, Viper stuff is pretty darn good. But he bought loads of them. But I said to him, when you're ready, pop in and do a Sunday ride out. So he might be with us on Sunday. Okay, it's okay to keep on the bike. Yeah, exactly like that. You get stuck and you need something. And I likes 26 watching. Thumbs up would be a nice one. Oh, cheers, Stu. He's given the other one we've got. I keep getting these things sent to me as well. I've got about 15 of the bloody things now. People keep sending me tyre plug kits. So we'll be giving them away. They're quite handy, obviously, if you're on the road and you have a quick breakdown. The only thing it's not got is an air compressor, so you need to get yourself some air. But it's enough there to drill the tyre out and obviously put the little sticky in. And pull it back through the tyre and get yourself out of trouble. So yeah, I've got a few of those that are going onto the stream as well.
Well, that'd be no good for me. I put out Windows because I've got inner tubes on mine.
Of course you have. Yeah. That ain't gonna work.
Although I went to, they did a Cooper up in near Wellingborough. They did an Enfield launch event on Tuesday. I went to. And that was ever so good. They were the people from Enfield. They were promoting the Bear, and did a good job of giving a talk over. But they got onto lots of questions and things. And it turns out that they're taking their time, but they are developing a tubeless rim that's got a ye olde fashion look. I think you can buy them from other companies, but they're doing something by themselves. So.
The cat has just said MOT. Oh, MOT question. I like these. I've got to do my retest before the end of March as well for my bikes and my cars. We have to do this every year. I have a full Termion Decat exhaust on my bike. Is that an instant MOT failure? No, it's not actually. Doesn't matter if it's decatted or not. Cats do. There is no emission testing on bikes, so it doesn't make the slightest difference if your bike has a cat or not, because you do not test emissions on a motorcycle test.
That's a good question, Rev. I was going to actually. It occurred to me this morning exactly that. So the cats on a bike, where are they then? Because on my Interceptor, I changed those big back boxes, but they weigh a ton, and I thought, well, are the cats inside them? Are they're normally further up the exhaust?
They're normally further up the exhaust.
Okay.
What you will find is obviously on the little 125s, you'll have a lambda sensor that's at the front.
Yeah.
That monitors your exhaust gas. Then it normally goes into a little cap, which is normally the bulge in the exhaust, and then comes out.
Right. Okay. I'm with you.
Getting a decatted exhaust does not make the slightest difference to the bike. The only thing that I will say is if you've got aftermarket exhaust, MOT testers now have to put down that it's a non-standard exhaust. So you'd advise it as a loud exhaust and put aftermarket, full stainless system, Akropovich, Termiogny, Black Widow, Arrow, and you just advise, because what the coppers are doing now, and the insurance companies, and someone did it was a BMW, and the poor bloke, it went to court in the end. He took the insurance company to court. I'm not going to say who the insurance company was. Quite sure.
Right.
I'm with Bennett's anyway. I left them. But he had a BMW M1000R, and it was a full carbon race rep. You're looking for, I think it was 30 to 35 grand for this bike. He went out and spent another 2 grand on a full titanium Akropovich system on it, the BMW race system for it, 2.5 grand. Had the bike about 4 weeks, and an Audi pulled out, and he T-boned the Audi and wrote the frame off. Insurance assessors come out and said, we've inspected your bike. When did you have the exhaust system fitted? Well, it was fitted by BMW when I bought the bike aftermarket. I asked them for the extras on it, and I bought the aftermarket package with the fins and the carbon and the exhaust system. Well, you haven't declared it on your insurance, so your insurance is not going to pay out because you've modified the bike. Well, an exhaust system is an allowed modification. You do not have to tell the insurance company. He took it to court and sued them and got all his money back. They paid him in full, brand new for the bike.
Good.
But the insurance company did say if you do any modifications, even I've had to do it on mine. So tank bars, extra lights on it, sat nav, tracker. I haven't done the exhaust system, but you have to note every time you do a modification to your bike, even fitting a sat nav or fitting a tracker, you have to notify your insurance company because you're changing the bike from standard.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. And if you don't and you crash the bike, they could basically pull a fast one and say, you didn't tell us that you had a modification. Well, sat nav don't make no difference. No, but we're not paying out your insurance because you've not notified us you've had a modification. It's stupid. Absolutely stupid. Nigel just said, is that glass made by Cadbury's glass? I'll tell you what, that's a big old beer glass, mate. It's, you wouldn't want to fill it right to the brim. Sandrap's just said, can you ride without mirrors? Is it legal? Well, mirrors on a motorcycle are classed as a non-obligatory item. They are not required. So you, for instance, if it was a car, you have to have two fixed mirrors. So it would either be the 2 side ones or your drivers and your interior. Most cars have 3, so you've got your 2 mirrors and your centre, but 2 obligatory mirrors on a car are required, which is normally the drivers and the interior. If you've got a passenger mirror missing, it's an advise. It's a minor advise, but you must have at least 2. On a motorcycle, it doesn't make the slightest bit of difference. You do not need mirrors for an MOT test. I've got the Bosch rechargeable easy pump. Sounds like a fat chicken. Every day is a school day. My bike parts fairy dust. Slocia said you can't go without mirrors. You do have them. They must be in good condition. Exactly that. Nah, you don't need mirrors, mate. Is there a dB limit for MOTs? No, there is not. There, you do not need. They've changed all the ruling on that as well. So the bike must be no louder. If you've got modified exhaust, no louder than the original bike fitted with a standard silencer, but it is at the tester's discretion. If it's slightly loud, you can advise it loud. If it's ear-bleedingly loud and it's popping and banging, then it's a fail. We normally say bang a DB killer in or bang a baffle in the bike. What you do when you roll out the garage and get 200 yards down the road with your spanners and take the damn thing out, that's your concern, as long as you don't do it on garage premises. But you don't need to have a certain level for MOT, as long as it's not ear-bleedingly loud. That's the thing. Oh, blimey. I need to go shave my head so I match now. I'll put myself in the middle. Is this man down here?
Oh, look at that.
See where the light is on there. Look, that's where I polished it there. Look good.
How you doing? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. You all right?
Yeah, good. Speaking of exhaust, pull the baffle out your scrambler. It ain't going to make the slightest bit of difference. Yeah, they do not have to DB test until the my NCAN's listed on the insurance. Yep, exactly that.
How long does it take to do an MOT, Rev? Because they're timed, aren't
they? It should be 25 to 30 minutes.
Right.
If you do the test properly. I do the test properly. I am very good, but I got pulled up. We have official visits. VOSA can literally turn up on your doorstep and just come in and go, VOSA, we want to see your next MOT, or we want to inspect your bay, or we want to watch you. I get on quite well with a guy called John, who is the area examiner, and he's very good at what he does. But if you do something wrong, he's going to haul you off to the side, give you a slap on the wrists, or give you points if you don't do it. Lexham do allow you to declare mods, but ask you not paid in vote. So you premium. You're sponsored by a company who do adventure suits. Yeah, Viper one. Yeah, cheap. If you want mine, mate, because I was literally going to get shot of mine. I've still got my old yellow one, and it's, what's it called? Phillip Island. So if you want my Phillip Island, so you're welcome to it, mate. I peeled all the badges off it, but I was literally just going to pass it on to someone that anybody wanted it. So, or use it for doing just crappy off-road in the mud riding. But my Viper suit cleans up very well when you jet wash it. So if you do want mine, mate, let us know, and I'll chuck it over to you. Is it baffles in or out? Baffles in to make it quieter.
I was going to say, if Peaky has that suit off you, he can put another video up of the guy coming round to jet wash him and clean his suit for him.
He could do, yeah. What was I saying? Oh God, I've lost track of where I was there. We were talking MOTs. So John comes out, and I literally just stepped off a car MOT, and he went, "All right, how long you been on that?" And I went, 32 minutes. He went, "Oh, that's all right. They allow you basically half an hour to do a car MOT is not bad." I done 975 MOTs last year. And he went, "Oh," I said, "I've got a bike test in literally 20 minutes. Make you a cup of coffee. You can have a look." And he had a look around the bay. He said, "Oh, very clean, very spotless." I said, "I am very fussy in my MOT bay. You can eat your dinner off my MOT board." All right. So I've gone out to the bike, and you have to get the reg, the chassis number, wheel the bike in, sign onto your MOT log, sign out, get your paperwork and sign off the system, then go do your MOT. So I've gone in there, boom, 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 gone all the way around, done the MOT. And he went, "All right," done all my little bits and pieces, and then went round the bike again. And he went, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm just going round the bike again, second look." And he went, "Well, you've done it once. Have you missed something?" And I went, "No, I always go round twice just in case I have missed something." Gone all round it, checked all the bolts, checked all my lights, checked all the brake pads, tyres, rotation, valves, you name it, I've done it. Come out, I've signed my board off, and I went, "Oh, there we go, done." He's looked at his watch and went, that can't be right. And I went, what? He said, you've done that test in 12 minutes and been round the bike twice. And I went, yeah. He said, oh, I said, I'm going to have to stand here. I said, I can stand here and chat to you for 10 minutes. And he went, oh, he said, why don't you go round the corner, have a cigarette, or go and get yourself, go and make a cup of coffee, or go to the toilet or something. I said, I can't. Why? I said, because I'm on test and I can't leave the MOT bay. It's between the office and the MOT bay and then back to the office. Oh, he said, yeah, but you can always scoot round the corner and have a cigarette. And I went, you're a tester, you're the VOSA tester, and you should know that I'm not allowed to step out the bay. I said, no, I'm going to stand here and chat. We stood there for 10 minutes. I said, that'll do, 20 minutes. I said, that makes the national average look good. Went and signed it off, done the test, passed the bike, clean pass. I went, you're a bugger. He said, if you'd have gone round the corner and had a fag, he said, I'd have pulled you up because you've stepped away from the MOT test. And I went, yeah, you're a buzz. He said to me, he said,
I can't. That one.
He said, I can't fault your testing. You are very finicky and fusty. So, yeah, he was very good. Let's just have a quick run through some of these.
How much training does it take to become a MOT tester for bikes, Dave? Is it like a long course? Or
it's a 2. I think I did my bikes in 2. I did my cars in 4.
Oh, right.
So it was pretty good. But when I got called the C word when I went for my bike test,
I get called that all the time. Don't worry.
I'll let him with my naff coat. Oh, there we are. Oh, Todgy, I'm wearing a grey hoodie. Love me hoodie. Oh, Pete's just said, how come you got your son's hoodie on?
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Yeah, so bike course, basically 2 3-day course you can do it in, and they test you. Once you've passed, you have to get anything from 80% and above. Means you get a pass at the test centre. You then have to basically get your demo test, book it with VOSA. VOSA will come out to an approved garage or the MOT test centre. You do a demo test on a motorcycle in front of them. If you get your demo test right, then you get your MOT licence. It's not
right.
until you've done your demo. Now the thing was, when I went and did the test, they had 4 bikes. So it's basically there's 4 bikes. Each bike has 2 faults. Find the faults, do the MOT, find the 2 faults. We're not going to tell you what they are. You basically log on to a dummy VOSA system, what's called the test system. So you put it in as if you're actually doing an MOT, and it'll issue a pass or fail, and you print your certificate out and go, this is what I failed the bike on. This is what I've advised. So we had a TDM 900, which was great. Lovely, lovely bike. A Phaser 600.
Oh.
They had a CB F125 that was falling apart at the seams. And then they had a direct bike 50cc. To say this bike had more zip ties than you would probably find in a Halford store. Every single panel had about 10 zip ties holding it to the bike. It looked like an armadillo. Yeah. So the bloke went, two of those bikes will fail the MOT. One will pass. One you will basically do not test. You're going to abandon the test or refuse to test before you even get the bike in. And they went, oh, all right, off you go, but we're not telling you which bike it is. So I've gone out and you're allowed 30 minutes a bike. So 2 hours. About just over an hour later, I'm sitting in the classroom doing all my paperwork. And he went, what have you done? I went, I've finished. And he went, well, you can't have. I went, I've done all 4 bikes. I've been around each bike twice. Oh, well, bugger off outside, have a cup of coffee, have a cigarette, and then when everyone's done, we'll see how you get on. So we're all in the class, and he said, all right, who's failed 1 bike? Everyone put the hand up. Who's failed 2 bikes? Everyone put the hand up. Who's failed 3 bikes? And I'm like, am I the only one with my hand in the bloody area?
That's horrible, that.
Yeah. And everyone's looking at me, and he went, all right, and you've passed 1 bike. And I went, yeah. Which bike did you pass? And I went, the direct bike, the 50cc that's bolted together like a bloody armadillo. And they all went, oh, we all failed that. And I went, no, it's a pass with advisories. And he went, oh, I said, there's only 1 advisory on it. And he went, well, what's the advisory? I went, insecure panels over the entire bike. I said, they're not likely to become detached. They're just insecure.
Yeah.
And they went, well, yeah, if they're insecure, it's a fail. And I went, no, insecure panels are an advise. It's only if it's going to become detached from the bike that it's
dangerous.
Fail. Yeah, it's a dangerous fail. And they went, oh, all right. So why did you fail the other 3? I said, well, I refused to test the TDM 900. Oh, well, we all passed that. And I went, what? Yeah, we all started it up. We had it running. We listened to it. We did all the lights indicators. And I went, you started the TDM 900 up. Yeah. I said, you do realise I was the first person on that bike? And he went, yeah. I said, lucky I threw the switch then, wasn't it? And they went, what? I said, part of your pre-check, you're meant to, before you even sign on, you check the fuel cap and you lift the seat and check the wiring to make sure that the bike's all good underneath. Did anybody actually lift the seat? Oh, yeah. I said, all right. So you noticed the big red wire. What big red wire? And I went, so none of you lifted the seat then? Big red wire that's wrapped around the positive of the battery with a switch on it, and then about 9 inches of bare copper that's wrapped around the carburetor unit.
All right.
And I went, you're sitting on a bomb. I said, it was the fact that I threw the switch the other way to make sure that the thing wasn't in the on position. I said, all it's going to do is just going to earth to the carb. I said, but you've got the possibility that thing becomes a coil, sparks the carb and causes a fire. That is dangerous. I said, but the bike will still start with that in the on position. And they went, oh. And the bloke looked at me and he went, I said, refused to test. He went, all right, what about the other 2? I went, the phaser and the CBF both failed on tyres. And he went, oh, why is that? I said, well, the phaser has basically got the tyre on the wrong way round and it's the wrong size. All right. And they went, oh, I said, and the CBF, the rear tyre on that. So no, it was the front wheel. Yeah, the front tyre on the phaser and the rear wheel on the CBF. And they went, oh, I said, great tyres. I said, but failed them. Oh, why? I went, just go and have a look. And they goes out and they looked at the bike and they went, well, the phaser's got a brand new tyre on the front. And I went, yeah, it has.
Wrong way round.
It's illegal. No, rotations. Oh. The rotation's right. They've looked at it, and he's like, well, it's not wrong. The valve's right. The rotation's right. The size of the tyre's right. And I went, look at the front wheel. 120, 70, 17 is a standard front road wheel for any 600 and above. It's all 120, 70, 17. Now look at the back of the CBF. Yeah. 120, 70, 17. And I went, and there's your problem. Yeah, but the rotation's right. And I went, yeah, but look at the 2 tyres. I said, a tyre will be marked FRU, front rear universal. That's the 3 things you've always got to remember. Where's the front rear universal on the front of the phaser? And they've all looked at it and they went, it hasn't got one, so it's universal. I went, got my finger and rubbed the tyre wall and it came up R. I said, you've got a rear tyre on the front of the bike. And the bloke went, he said, yeah, but I fit 10 to 15 tyres a day on motorcycles. So if you can do 10 to 15 tyres a day, you must be like, they need you down the pits at Silverstone changing wheels, mate. I said, because there's no way you'll do 10 tyres on a bike in a day. So we cracked on with it. So I just said, I'm off down to the sticker cabinet tomorrow. So they had a look and he went, what has he done? I said, you've basically taken the rear wheel off the CBF, the front wheel off the phaser and switched the tyres over. I said, but the one thing that gives it away, a front tyre on a bike is round. This thing on this phaser is dead square.
Yeah.
You can if you want.
And he went, oh, I said, so you've got a rear tyre that is square on the front of a bike. As soon as he goes round the corner on that phaser, you've got no tread because you've got a square edge of a tyre. I said, so if he comes off that bike, slides into a bus stop and kills a woman and her baby, who's liable? Oh, well, the bloke on the bike. And I went, no, you as the tester.
You, exactly, yeah.
You've tested a dangerous bike. Oh. So, yeah, that's how you do bike testing. So,
yeah.
Let's just go through some of these. It will talk camping next, for fuck's sake. He must breathe through his ears. No, mate. I can't believe you say, yeah, I test bikes, mate. Rev is passionate about his trade. Fair play. Yeah, I am. So, yes, I am very passionate about what I do. And I always say, if you can't be prepared to give 100%, then go find another job. But I have a passion for and I still love my job as much as day one, if not more. But I'm very passionate about my bikes, and 99.9% is not good enough when it comes to motorcycle. You get it wrong on a car, and the wheel falls off, and the guy goes crashing into a lamppost, and he's gonna get bumps and bruises and probably a broken leg, worst case. You do that on a bike, and you get something wrong on the bike, and the guy comes off. It's game over. You are dead. There is no, oh, I had a little fall. No, you're dead. So you've got to make sure that it is absolutely spot on every time.
Totally agree, Rev. Totally agree. We're all going to take a piss, mate. They're taking a piss in the side chat. It's only a yes or no answer, but no, it's good that that you are like that in your job. You've got to be, haven't you, for safety on the bike?
Always, except when you give blood. Exactly. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Oh God, one of my friends used to work in Morrison's. Oh God, he loved it. He loved it. And the stuff that they used to do I won't tell you what goes on in the Morrison's, even the Morrison's or a Lidl's bakery, mate. What the stuff that comes. Oh, I've dropped a bag of flour. Just sweep that up. That will go back in the pot. Yeah. You want to make sure that your package, your bread, if you buy it, comes in a sealed packet, mate. Don't use the pre-cooked stuff. Never would have I tell you what, there's a local garage to us that have just been basically bollocked, and they were doing if your car's got one fault and you want it disappeared and a nice clean pass, 40 quid. For 100 quid, we'll put your car on the ramp for half an hour and put a clean pass on it.
Yeah, we've got one of them here.
Yeah, and one of our local guys, he runs the the local car meet. He's very good friends with the boss's son. He's got a Volkswagen. It's a VW. I think it's called a Passat. Like a big estate car. He's got the Passat, but his diesel engine is turboed to hell. He went in and had a DPF delete. I mean, you're not allowed to take out your DPF. He's got a straight through exhaust system, but he can basically floor it and get loads of black smoke out the back, make it roll coal, which is basically instant MOT failure. It went to the garage, job done, 100 quid, and they gave him a clean pass. So absolutely no. I won't say it's them. It might be the one just up the road, mate. But I can't say which garage it is. But yeah, there is lots of hooky garages in Milton Keynes. Best upcoming bike this year, Steve. What do you reckon?
I'm excited about the Honda 350 myself. Single. Yeah, I should be getting one of them later in the spring. So that'll be nice to have for a few weeks and run it into the ground.
What do you reckon the CRF 300?
I like it. I do like it. It's always been very soft on the suspension at the back, but at the end of the day, mate, they're built for chucking around the lanes, aren't they? If you drop it, you know it's a Honda. It's going to start again, and you'll be away again. So I do like them. But then again, the Vosges was more engaging and more exciting to ride, and it's a lot less money. It's £1,500 less money. So. Swings and roundabouts, really. If you can get the Honda, ride it for a year or two, you'll probably sell it for near the price that you bought it anyway. There's very little depreciation on the Vosges. To be fair, the Vosges are still holding their money pretty well, but you will take a hit. And if you need spares for the Vosges, if you drop it, which again is going to happen if you're going around the lanes, then I think spares can be quite slow, like they are on a lot of Chinese bikes. So do you find that with Alex Motos? Are they quite slow with spares, or are they all right?
Oh God, some can be a week for spares. some parts can be March, April. We're sitting on.
Just never know, do you?
We sent the ZSB out this week, and obviously when I did the first test, I'd got one mirror. But I phoned Lex Motor and said, look, I need some ZSB mirrors. All right, we'll get you a set out. And then I get the email, sorry, mirrors for the ZSB are on back order until the end of April. When I went, this bike goes out on the 12th. And he went, I said, just send me a set of generic mirrors that look similar to the ZSB. Yeah. So they sent me a set of generic mirrors out. The only thing is they sent me 8mm studs. The ZSB they're 10mm on the ZSB. So I went, phoned them out and I went, you've sent me the wrong mirrors. I need 10mm. And he went, I'll see what we've got. But everything now coming out of Lex Moto is 8mm studding. And I went, oh, crap. Then he phoned me out and he said, you'll never guess what. He said, we've got the ZSX F mirrors still on the shelf that are the old ones that are 10mm. He said, and it's still the Z name, so the mirrors look identical. And I went, well, just send them. What do you want me to do with the old ones? Do you want me to package them up and send them back? And he went, nah, just keep them. He said, you're bound to have a bike that comes out that's got a mirror missing, so I've kept the mirrors. Yeah. So they look after me at Lex Moto, so yeah, they're good boys.
I no doubt about it, but it's a shame they don't get a big stock of spares, isn't it? Because it will save so much hassle for you and for the customer as well when things go wrong.
No one needs
Dave, can I just ask Dave, what have you got? What bike do you ride, Dave?
I've got the Interceptor.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, and to Rev's point in asking the question about Lex Motos, I ran around in a little Tempest last year and absolutely loved it. And when it came to getting the bits for it, they were as good as gold. Really easy for an end user just to go on the website, order your stuff, and then a few days later, granted it wasn't service parts, it was just little trinkets to add to it.
Yeah.
But they were really, really handy to just super easy. And yeah, for a Chinese bike, it worked out quite well.
Oh, good. And how about the Interceptor? Are you enjoying that?
Yeah, absolutely love it. And obviously Royal Enfield pump out lots of new bikes and keep distracting people. But reality is I'm still learning how to ride it and I'm still loving it.
Yeah.
So
what do you think of the new Bear? What do you think of the Bear?
It's great. It's an amazing looking bike, but the Interceptor, it might tick a few more boxes. It looks a bit cooler and all the rest of it, but come on, I'm in my 50s. Who cares about looking cool when you're my age?
Yeah.
It's just so yeah, that's but one thing I have to say as a negative against Royal Enfield, I can't, everywhere you go, you're just directed to bloody Hitchcocks for your parts and anything you need. And you're paying absolute bloody fortune. There's no rhyme or reason. I mean, I know Rev's been waiting forever for his Givi boxes, and I got some. And they weren't cheap either. They were full price. They were ridiculous. Yeah, so
I had another email this week because obviously they promised them in November, then said to me, you can have them in December. There was another, and then I got another email saying it'll be January, February. They're now telling me end of March. But someone actually put up on the Triumph owners page on Facebook, ordered a set of Givi panniers for my bike. Can't get them. Givi have emailed me saying that I'm going to wait until at least April, May for mine. Wow. How can a company like this, and there was about 9 or 10 people that have all emailed back and said, for the extra money, you might as well just go and buy the Triumph branded ones because they'll be in stock. Givi are very slow at the moment of getting stuff out the country. So, yeah, they're not all that, unfortunately. Decent mobile jumper, 2022 model. Paintbow's got a big Strom, exactly. Steve's in his 50s looking school in his Gladiator in Arizona. Gladiator was 100%. Yeah, the Arizona's okay. Bit old for good old-fashioned manual. The Arizona is still. I'll tell you what, Arizona's are fetching good money at the moment. Sounds good. Great price. Yeah. I'll be around to rob your house. Oh, love it. KTM. I tell you what, KTM, the small ones. I saw one the other day. And I think someone's just mentioned it earlier. The Husqvarna 701. There was a guy at the local bike meet that had one of those. God, it's a bit of kit. I'd love. They had one, and obviously you don't see much of him anymore on YouTube, which was Royal Jordanian, where he had the Husqvarna Nuda, and that was a mad bike. Andy's off. See you later, Andy. Take it easy, mate. Work gentle. Don't do too much on your night shift. Sit there and watch a bit of telly or something. Bless him. So yeah, the Husky Nuda's a good bike. But there's loads and loads of really good bikes coming on the market now, because obviously Euro 5.5. But there's some really good deals. And obviously MCN was saying this year's bike sales for January is the worst year ever since 2021 for bike sale. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, not I think 20 for the last 4 or 5 years we've done 10 to 15 bikes in January coming into the new year. We did 2 last month.
Bloody hell.
Right.
And
Why do you think that is?
It's Euro 5.5's killed everything. There is no stock. We couldn't get stock of bikes for love or money anywhere. There's still no scooters available, no 125 scooters from Lexmoto. There's no 125 geared bikes. The only new model they brought out is basically the LXR and the LXS. And all they've done is just up the engine to Euro 5.5 and painted the frames gold. That's it. That is the only difference. It's just a 5.5 engine. So it's absolutely crap. All the KTMs have no VAT on them at the moment as well.
Yeah, it's hard to recommend a KTM. My local dealer have kind of pushed them to one side. I don't know what the future is. And also the CF Moto 450, that one that I got a lot of grief for. Apparently they're not taking orders on it anymore. So I was probably kind of right on that.
And then obviously there was Harley West Coast that obviously crashed, burnt through the floor. And I think they're down your way, Steve.
Harley, what are they called? Plymouth Harley Davidson and Triumph as well. They were linked. So they're gone. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and then obviously Mutt have gone to the wall as well. Sinis have gone. Yeah, Mutt have gone. Sinis have gone. Lexmoto, I think Quadzilla bought some of the Sinis stuff, and obviously Lexmoto bought the terrain off them and called it the RX1.
Yeah.
But even things like Andy's partner's bike, Michelle, she had the AP1, that big maxi scooter, and they've discontinued the AP1 now. That was one of the biggest selling bikes for Lexmoto.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. So that they've knocked that on the head. They've knocked the no more Tempests coming out. They've knocked the Detroit on the head.
No, not the Detroit. That was a big seller, wasn't it?
Yeah, they've killed the Detroit off. They've killed the Tempest off. The little Lexmoto SRTs, I love those with the vivid colours. They had the bright red and the bright yellow. And they were literally out for 6 months. Biggest selling scooter out because they were so fast. And they've knocked them on the head as well.
Right.
So it's just Euro 5.5. It's just killing the crap out of everything.
Yeah. I knew it would, to be honest. I was going to make a video on it, but I thought it was a bit risky, making a video on something like that. But I think a lot of the dealers that have gone, and this is going to be controversial, but a lot of the dealers that have gone, the writing was on the wall, for Harley Davidson in Plymouth. They're big ticket bikes. People don't want to spend 25 grand for a cruiser, generally speaking. It's a very niche market. So you can kind of see it happening, really. And the same with the other companies that have gone down the plug.
And then they got rid
even
of
KTM.
Well. Yeah, they got rid of Titan as well. Brian's just said, Triumph will be next. They've got money problems as well. Yeah. So Triumph are struggling. And then the Chinese scooters going to... Do you know what? One of the best-selling bikes on the electric market was the Lexmoto Cypher, the little monkey bike. Looked like a Honda Grom with an electric motor in, and it was great. All right, it only did 40-mile range, but for someone that was going 2 miles to college and 2 miles home at 16, but then unrestrict it, and you could bash it up to 50 mile an hour.
Yeah.
And that was obviously, so you could buy it at 16, get a 17, unrestrict it, put a different controller in it, and get 50 mile an hour out of it, and you'd still get 15, 20 miles out of it. So half the, because basically you're doubling up on your batteries.
Well, Rev, this was a bit I found in that Royal Enfield thing. One of the people in the audience said, what's your product strategy for getting younger kids riding? And there was a bit of a discussion about, shall we be doing 125s? And they said, no, we're not doing that for various reasons. But they said, to your point, the route for kids into the market is actually e-bikes. And they saw that, and you can see, because they've, I think they're working on a brand called the Flying Flea, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that.
You've got the Talaria range as well. So the Talaria Sting is a massive selling bike at the moment.
Yeah. So the big bike manufacturers are seeing that to attract the youngsters is going to be through the e-bikes, because that's what they've grown up with the e-scooters and their own pedal bikes and things. So be just interesting to see, what happens, and particularly with your sales, if you start to see kind of a bit more interest in them.
See, the thing is, when they brought Euro 5.5 out, I'm thinking, great, we can still keep the Cypher, we can keep the Yadias and the Talarias, and then they went and basically blanket banned all the electric bikes for emissions, and I went, where is an electric bike? Where is the emissions on an electric bike? Oh no, we've changed all the wattage on the motors, so anything 50cc can now be up to 2,000 watt, 2K. 17 and over, I think it's allowed up to 4K. And then anything off-road is 4K and above. So Talaria, with their Sting, nailed it. Absolutely bloody nailed it. So they did a 1,500 watt version, which was your 16-year-old. All right, it was $2,500 for basically a mountain bike, but it was road legal. Then they brought out the 4,000 watt motor, so you could have a road legal one with indicators, brake lights on it, but you're looking $4,500 for an e-bike, and
for something that can be lifted onto a van quite easily.
And then obviously they did the Hyper one, which was pure off-road, and it's got an 8,000 watt motor in, but you're looking $5,500 at that thing. But Jesus Christ, that thing shifts. It's top speed on it. And it's basically a push bike with an electric motor. It does 85 mile an hour. Would I want to be doing 85 on a push bike? I don't think so.
No.
It's absolutely nuts.
I think the important thing to remember with electric as well is the extortionate insurance costs. It's not sometimes quadruple what it would be for a 125 to have an electric bike of the same power.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because the insurance companies just aren't really set up for electric.
Yeah. You go and say to them, I've gone and bought a $5,500 e-bike. Oh, right, blah, blah, blah. And you're going to be paying the same money as if you was insuring a GS 1300.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So it's absolutely can't be a good rip-off. I'll tell you what, when we were at Gasoline Juice, that Tesla that come in that had got the engine noise on it, and I said, I said, how much was that kit for? He said, I've got 8 different sounds. I've got Ferrari, Lamborghini, Ford Mustang. And I went, he said, yeah, you just push a button, you get different engine sounds when you put your foot on the pedal. $2,500 upgrade. I went, for all that noise, why don't you just go out and buy a petrol car? It'd have been that sight cheaper.
Yeah.
But no, I said to him, I said, you do that on an electric bike, and then you go and buy, if the old days of buying a pack of playing cards and have a playing card and a peg in your back wheel with your spokes to make some noise. Let's go back a bit.
It is.
Battery power isn't the way. Hydrogen is the big thing to do at the moment. Kawasaki already there with a hydrogen bike.
I think it's all a mess now, isn't it? Everything's a mess with everything. It's all the price increases and things like that. Electric's kind of dead in the water for the near future, in my opinion. But I was very much pro electric, but I think they've made a real pickle of it, every part of it.
Did 80 mile an hour on a Suzuki Bergman. It was terrifying.
Being honest, I had a 650 Bergman, actually. Heck of a
I'll tell you what, them Bergmans, mate, you might as well just sit in your local armchair and strap wheels to it.
Yeah.
They are that bloody comfy. They are really good bike. My neighbour across the road's got a Bergman. She's in for MOT, bless her. Oh, yes. Oh, it's a little bit of gossip for you. My neighbour across the road, Linda, comes to us every year for her MOT and twice a year for servicing. And we get the same story every time. Her great-grandma designed the motorcycle test. The very first motorcycle test in the 1920s.
All right.
Yeah. So, yeah. But we get it every time she comes in. Do you know my great-grandma did the motor? Yeah, you've told us about 20 times.
Yeah.
Bless her. Bottle in the back wheel. Yeah, the old plastic Coke bottle in the back wheel. Just as you go down the road. It used to be a playing card. I had playing card and pegs that used to work for me.
Or if you're really posh like me, you had Spokies.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Spokies?
Yeah. I'll tell you, the only bike that I ever had that I hated, what was it called? The Rally Chopper.
Oh, I love my chopper.
Oh,
it's in the Rally Chopper.
Yeah, where it had the gear stick in the middle. And you had to change gear down the middle of the bike, and you had like an automatic shifter that you could pull it in.
I love that.
Yeah. But you go and pull it, you're pedaling along, you stood out the bars, you'd pull it into the next gear, you'd hit neutral, and you'd go forward and crack your bits on the handle.
Yeah.
I had that on my chopper. Yeah. God, the old days. Spokey Dokies, yeah.
Spokey Dokies, that's it. That's the one, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the proper chopper. That was the other one, the Rally Grifter, wasn't it?
Never had a grifter.
Oh, God, they were great. My Suzuki Bergman was the dog happy with his shorts. Champagne cork in the back. Oh, God, everyone's coming up with all these ideas now. We're all going to be trying it on our trail bikes.
Yeah.
One of the boys at work, he said, I hate these people that go into parking lots and basically get right up to the edge so you can't get into your car. And I went, all right. He said, yeah, you have to, and then you're trying to climb across the passenger side and you've got to get into the driver's seat to back your car out so your partner can get in the car. He said, I just buy a bag of Golden Delicious apples now. And I went, right, what do you do? Throw them at the driver? He went, no, mate. He said, you crouch down at the back. He said, if you get it so that the core with the stalk on it is dead center, slide it onto the exhaust.
Oh,
and I went, what does it do? And he went, you wait and see. It back pressures the engine and they're sitting there and it stalls the car out.
Oh, yeah.
He said, 9 times out of 10, it spits the apple out across the car park with a big bang.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go and buy a bag of Golden Delicious tomorrow. He said, you can't do it with Granny Smiths. They're too hard. But if you do Golden Delicious, they're soft enough to push into the exhaust.
Yeah.
So I'm giving tricks away here.
Yeah.
How to annoy people in car parks. Marvellous. What's your plans for the weekend then, Steve?
Nothing. Editing.
Editing. Dave?
DIY around my daughter's tomorrow, and then I'm out with you guys on Sunday, yeah.
Lovely.
And then on Monday is a little bit of an experiment for me because I've got to go to Stansted Airport. I'm away for a few days. And so what I thought I'd do, well, I'll ride the bike over, but where am I going to park it? Turns out Stansted want to charge you car prices to park.
Really?
Yeah, anyway, I went on Google this morning and there's a little farm about a mile away. And basically, they've got secure parking. You pop your bike round there. You can get changed in their little office, and they'll run you around to the airport. And it's damn sight cheaper. So I'll let you know how it goes.
Because
I'm always curious, because if I sometimes been out and about, like if you go down London, I'm trying to avoid it, and I've had to park. I use one of these parking apps.
Mm.
Well, it's great. It's fine if you've got a car, but if you've got a bike, I'm always like, could I find anywhere that's reliable where I could park my bike? Because the factory I work out of is in, it's north of Newcastle.
Mm.
So it's like, well, do I ride my bike somewhere and park it up and then catch the train up and that kind of thing? And I'm always curious, it's like if there's an app or something where you can park my motorbike in somebody's garage type thing and bung them 20 quid or 30 quid or whatever you.
An idea.
Yes.
Yeah, good idea. Right, I'm going to start wrapping up because, as you can tell, my girdle is starting to hurt.
This looks beautiful there, Rev.
Yeah. Hence the bad back that I've had for a week and a half and absolutely crap, doing not too good with my back. DJI 2 camera, £90 with a battery if anyone's interested. So if you want DJI camera, speak to Brian, message him after the show. Don't forget, Brian does a Wednesday night live. So the Peaky Biker Live, totally different channel. The Peaky Biker Live. That's his channel on Wednesday. And a really good stream this Wednesday. I had to lay in bed watching it because after about 9 o'clock at night, my back starts caning. So bloody horrible. I'm not having a good time at the moment. Good night, everyone. Sorry, that's all right, Blakes. No worries, mate. I should be better for next weekend. But I will be out on Sunday. I do need to get a ride. Great Channel 5. Thanks, James. You're very welcome. Thank you very much. If anybody's about on Sunday, we're going to meet down at Eclipse at 9 o'clock and head out for about 9:30. And then, obviously, we are going to Gasoline Juice. Forget Super Sausage. We're off to Gasoline Juice again. It's better down there, and the food's better, and the sofas are better. You haven't got to queue 20 minutes to get a cup of coffee as well. Dead mongoose in my garage. Attached to Carabite. Oh, blimey. Yeah, see you Wednesday, 8 to 9 o'clock, the Peaky Biker Live. So, another good one. Cheers, Slow. Yeah, we'll see you all at Gasoline Juice at the weekend or meet you down at the garage. Whatever you're doing, have yourself a good one. Big thank you to this guy coming. Go and check his channel out. Exeter Rider. Go and look at the one where he's huffing and puffing in the field with the Harley. That is still my fucking
classic.
It's a good. Or have a look at Steve's bloopers reel. It's like another fucking plane. Not a bloody drone now. Now a helicopter. Steve's got some really good bloopers. It's great stuff. I've watched them so many times, and they keep popping up in my memories. It's like,
do they?
Got to go and watch this again.
I think they're brilliant. They never done well, Dave, and not many people have seen them. But
I love them. What is Dave? Dave has only got a tiny little channel. Have you got a YouTube channel, Dave?
No, I just watch everybody else. I can't be bothered. Why try and copy you guys? You're just, you know what you're doing. You're professionals, and
no, Dave, just do it, mate. You'll love it. You'll love it.
Believe it or not, he's got more view. He's got a lot more subs than I have. He's the expert down there, but
I ain't an expert, mate. I just do a lot of it. That's all.
You just do what I do. Yeah, exactly. We're here for the love of biking. But big thanks to Dave. We'll see him on Sunday.
I look forward to it.
Thanks to this guy down here.
Thank you. Thanks, Dave.
End of March,
Yeah,
I'm going to catch up with this guy because I'm popping down to Lex Moto's place, so I will catch up with Steve at the weekend.
Yeah, let us know the date on that, Dave, when you know, all right?
Will do, mate. All right, lovely. Thanks very much, guys. Thanks to everybody in the side chat. Don't forget, Wednesday night as well is Peaky Biker Live. So Wednesdays, the Peaky Biker Live, 8 till 9 o'clock. Go and see Bri. Whatever you're doing this weekend, guys, have a good one. Be well, ride safe. And from Rev, as always, it's a big goodbye from me. We'll see you on the next one.